Hello, this is the Channel 12 News Halloween special. Tonight, we are reporting live from Fort Sumter in Charleston, South Carolina, a place where most folks say is haunted by the ghost of a Union soldier who died when his cannon misfired in the final 100-man gun salute to the United States flag here at Fort Sumter. We found a few men who have had personal encounters with the ghost of Fort Sumter. Let's go to the first witness.
Sir, could you state your name for the viewers at home?
Yes, I am Captain James, former member of the United States Coast Guard, just retired a couple weeks ago. And about a year ago, me and a couple of my shipmates were out doing a training exercise near Fort Sumter when I looked over to the fort and saw a giant plume of smoke coming out from the inside of the fort. So I radioed into the fort and asked if there was a fire in the fort, and they said no, which really concerned me. But with nothing serious going on, we continued on with our training exercise and went back to our barracks. Later on, I was still intrigued by what had happened and wondering what I had saw, so I went online to see if there had been a fire and maybe it had just finished or something. So I looked it up, and the only thing I could find related to a fire at Fort Sumter was when the Confederates opened fire on the fort at Fort Sumter, and when the cannon misfired and exploded and killed that Union soldier. So the only way I can explain it was I saw the exploding cannon from the ghost of the Union soldier at Fort Sumter.
And prior to this, had you heard anything about ghosts or ghost stories from Fort Sumter?
I had heard a story when I was younger, but I never really believed it. But no. But now that I've seen it, yeah, I believe that the ghost of Fort Sumter is still out there walking around.
So you believe what you saw on this date is quite possibly the ghost of Fort Sumter?
Yes.
All right, well, we thank you for your interview. And now we'll be talking with Larry, the night shift watchman at Fort Sumter. Mr. Larry, would you care to explain what you saw?
Well, about 2 weeks ago, I was pulling my night shift duty, doing my rounds, and I had stopped under the flag, and I had saw a young man. I thought maybe he was one of the battle reenactment people, but then as I got closer, I realized he was bleeding really badly, covered in blood, just absolutely torn up. So I had went to call 911 to help get this young man to a hospital. As I went to approach the man simply just vanished into thin air.
The man vanished right in front of your eyes.
Yes, sir. I never saw him again. Later on, I went to a local historian, and he told me that what I had probably saw was the ghost of the Union soldier that had died giving the final cannon salute to the United States flag after the Confederates had taken over Fort Sumter. They said he was the 47th cannon, and something happened in the cannon, and he exploded and died.
All right, now how long have you worked at the fort as a security officer?
As of today, I've been working here for about 6 months now.
For about 6 months. And in the 6 months, is this the only encounter you've had that was peculiar like this?
Every now and again I'll see a shadow, but I mean nothing as great as what I saw that night.
Very good. Now, prior to this, had you heard anything about the ghost of Fort Sumter? Was this something that you knew about before you came here?
No, not at all.
So this was pretty much a shock when you saw this, correct?
Yes. That's when I went and saw the historian, and he told me what had happened, and it kind of made sense.
Right. Now, do you intend on staying here knowing that there's a possibility of a ghost being at the fort?
He doesn't seem like he's much of a threat, so yes, for now I continue to pursue this job and continue making sure everyone here is safe.
All right. Well, we thank you for your interview.
You're welcome. Y'all have a good day.
So, 2 people, 2 stories, 1 ghost. With 2 more people so sure they saw the same ghost here at Fort Sumter. Is there really a ghost still haunting the grounds of Fort Sumter? And if so, are there any other ghosts out there? I guess we'll never know.